What's going on? That up there. Live stream that. Pin that up to my profile. Yep. And let me get this shared up in another place here. All right, we good to go. For sure. All right. All right. Okay. We all set up. Um, hmm. Weather. Weather looks okay today. We got winds left to right, 10, 15 miles an hour to Milwaukee, Philly. Yeah. White Sox of Baltimore winds mostly left to right around 10 miles an hour. Uh, Los Angeles Angels at Cleveland winds left to right around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Colorado at New York Mets. Um, winds are blowing at 15 miles an hour, mostly out to right, a bit to left. Uh, we also have Cincinnati, Chicago, coolest temps with the temperature around 60 degrees, winds blowing in from center at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Not quite as cool or quite as windy as yesterday, but still generally good pit conditions for pitching. Pittsburgh, San Diego Padres. Oh man, the irony of thinking I'd have a clean weather day and getting channel caked by San Diego of all places. It'll likely be fine here. Just a few showers that probably stay far enough inland not to hit the ballpark. But it's worthy of a pregame radar check. So go back and check the radar, whatever the case may be with that, and it is what it is. Um, yeah. Um, few bright spots yesterday. Um, the Yankees really hurt me. Some of those bats really hurt me. Trent Grisham really had him having a good game yesterday. But it is what it is. It is what it is. That situation. Um, Milwaukee Brewers exploded. Um, Eric Lauer, I don't even think he pitched, but shout out to Rooker for going yard, and the usual suspects standing up. Shea Langeliers and Andujar didn't have the best games, but Wilson and Rooker did get busy, and um, Austin Riley. He did go out there and hit that bomb. So shout out to Austin Riley. Really liked him there. Ozuna did bounce back with 2 hits. The Cubs, um, shout out to them. They pulled that game off. Ellie De La Cruz did not show up yesterday. But Suzuki and Tucker to hit the hits, runs, and RBIs, and Suzuki did end up getting a walk there. So that's some good stuff there. Which there's some good stuff there, right? A few other spots that wasn't pretty. I had a nice parlay going, and what's his name? Vargas. Ugh. Mm, 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 mm. Shout out to Naylor. Definitely his runs on RBIs. Took him up to three. They get started off getting their ass pounced, but it is what it is. I took him up to three, and he definitely hit a bomb yesterday. So I'm not good at home run parlays or anything like that. Man, I should have just narrowed down. I should just write the motherfuckers down right here, and the ones that it is what it is. I'm not good. Jackson hit two, I think two or three of their five home runs. Let's take a look. Jackson hit what yesterday? Um, so I asked Jackson yesterday, give me their top home run best. They gave me Otani. Judge hit one. Riley hit one. Logan Ohapi and Brandon Lowe. So two of the five hit a bomb there, and then Blue Jays, they didn't quite hit the run line. They did hit the game, win the game though. Cashed a 2.5 for New York Mets. You couldn't miss no money on that one. Seattle money line. Seattle ended up winning that game in extras, I believe. And I didn't bet them, but I liked Minnesota once I seen Buxton and the lefty, what's his name? He'd been out. He was in the lineup. I didn't even know he was back. Over in Tampa Bay, a Houston game that cashed. Otani did not hit a home run. They put that in their bets. Today, I asked Jackson today, give me his top home run plays and things of that nature today, and they came up with let's see, they came up with Shohei Otani again today, Judge again, Josh Bell, Francisco Lindor, Cal Raleigh, right? So, Junior, oh, two more? Oh, because I didn't look. Junior Caminero today and Cal Schwarber today. I like Cal Schwarber. I looked at that. Um, New York Mets, 2.5 again. Cleveland Guardians -1 versus Los Angeles. Uh, Under the 7.5 total for Tampa Bay and Houston. Francisco Lindor to hit a bomb at +300. Schwarber to hit a bomb at +260. Right, so it is what it is with that situation. So that's how we've seen it. I a little bit overslept today, so I didn't get a chance to really dive into anything. But I did look at the first two games. I want to say, and like I said, we have a pretty decent pitching matchup here. We got over under 7.5. I don't expect a lot of sparks to fly here. Um, Looked at a few of these bats here on the Texas side. I mean, I don't know, man. Let me see. So let me refresh this page, see if we got any more lineups out, which we do. So Josh Smith, Langford, Corey Seager, Josh Jung. So Josh Jung, he's somebody I couldn't talk you off of for hits, runs, and RBIs. Behind Corey Seager, Langford, and Smith. Um, Within the last 7 days, don't quote me on this, but I believe Jake Berger has a bomb. So you could definitely look at something like that. It's hard for me to pinpoint, what's going to happen here. But Young looked okay. We know Corey Seager is really good at baseball, so you can't count him out, right? So, uh, and then I get a pitching lean to Grom. So it'll probably be Texas or nothing for me. Of course, moneyline parlays, run line straights. When it comes to Jacob DeGrom here, he is pitching his worst to lefties. Um, Donovan and Burleson, right? These were two guys that I was looking at here. Donovan and Burleson. I know you don't want to be running up on Jacob DeGrom, shit like that, but man, I mean, things happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna point it out. Um, um, so Burleson. So I looked at each and every individual pitch, and Brendan Donovan and Burleson are really good versus those pitches. Uh, Brendan Donovan over the course of the season, he's batting. Uh, He's batting 421 with a 6% K rate, and Burleson is batting 329 with a 11% K rate versus this pitch mix. I can bring it into the last month. Brendan Donovan is batting 529, and Burleson has four bombs, uh, and he's batting 400. Victor Scott, you know, over the course of the last month, you know what I'm saying, he's batting pretty good versus that pitch mix. Last 2 weeks, though, some of these guys, we know these guys don't strike out much. Brendan Donovan is 11 for 17, batting 600 with no bombs, three extra base hits, and a 0 K rate right there. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? Things can happen. Uh, Even if you go back down to the last week, I just needed. I mean, I got affirmation that Donovan, he's somebody who's been hitting this pitch mix all season long. Okay, so that's that. Um, they will be on the road. You can definitely take a look at somebody like uh, um, let's see, Burleson, Donovan. Uh, so Donovan, versus righties, he's batting 368, right? So on the road, he's averaging 441. On the road. Only got one home run in the month of May, but he is batting 323 in the month of May. So his best splits on the road versus righties got a 202 WRC plus. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of his best spots there. Um, Burleson, on the other hand, uh, here's somebody that he likes righties as well, as you can see. He's batting 292 versus righties on the road 301. He has a total of 4 home runs in general. All those home runs came in the month of May. He's batting 303 in the month of May. So all his home runs came in the month of May versus righties. On the road versus righties, nah, right. But he could be warm. You know, if you're looking for somebody, if you just got to put somebody in there for a hit or something like that, because you definitely got to take pitching into consideration with somebody like DeGrom. But like I say, DeGrom, pitching is worse at least when it comes to home runs to lefties. He's given up 9 home runs to lefties and 16 extra base hits. And versus righties, he hasn't given up any home runs, right? So he's been lights out versus righties, and it is what it is with that situation. So, uh, you know, if you want to target somebody for a bomb or something like that, then you can look at somebody like him. Okay, so there you have that. Oh snap! Wow. Um. So, um, that's where I'm at with that situation. Um, Still 7.5 total. You know, can DeGrom come out here and lay their ass down, strike him out? Probably so. Um, you know, can this game go under? It could, but those are some of the bats that I was looking at there. Like I said, kind of like overslept, so I didn't get a chance to look at much. We'll see what we can get through with by let's see. We can see what we can get through by about 11, about another hour and some change. See what we can get through, and it is what it is. Hold on one second here. Okay, I guess I'm fine. Um, Next game I looked at was the Philadelphia game here, and I was in the process of looking at Milwaukee. So I looked at Philly. I was in the process of looking at Milwaukee, right? So let's finish out this process. So let me take a look at Ranger quick. How many games has he pitched? Not many, right? Five, 6 innings or better in every game except for one. Uh, okay, he's given up one bomb this year. Man, did Milwaukee blow their load yesterday or what? Man, they they came out on fire. So, uh, That was interesting. 1 second, guys. Power down my other phone. Okay, so yeah, looking pretty good though. Mm, only giving up one bomb. Pitching is worse at home so far. We'll see how that fails, how that fares. Um, Let me see. Atlanta. Right, he only pitched. Okay, Arizona beat up on him. Pittsburgh got to him a little bit. Okay. Yeah, been giving up bombs to righties. Pretty good versus lefties. Most of his home runs came to righties. 50 home runs to righties, 7 to lefties. Okay. Well, I had some righties that I kind of liked, right? So that's leading me into here. So looking at the righties here, over the course of the season, um, versus Warren Suarez pitch mix, as you can see, Reese Hoskins, he's batting Jackson Churio. Well, Reese Hoskins got 4 bombs, 15 barrel rate. You like to see that, and three, three 304 for, I mean 383 for Jackson Churio with 11 extra base hits. You definitely like to see that as well. So, uh, hmm, bringing it in though, because they did run up the score. You know what I'm saying? But the last month, Reese Hoskins loves it here. 5 extra base hits, 3 home runs. Jackson Churio's batting 400. This is a lefty. Contreras. Contreras historically has 3 bombs versus him. So that's something you want to take a look at. He's batting 421 with 7 Ks, eight hits, and 3 of those hits were bombs. So that's something that you want to definitely take a look at there. I haven't looked at the lineup, but you know it is what it is. Now, steady moving on through the timeline here, getting down to the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, this probably is when because the Milwaukee bats had been turning it on a little bit. I did go over here, was taking a look at how they've been faring. Last 7 days, they are Milwaukee. They 109 plate appearances, 155 WRC plus, and then last 14 days, they last 14 days Milwaukee 21% K rate with a 139 WRC plus, only 140 plate appearances, but that's just letting you know they've been lately they could be warming up or they've warmed up or whatever you want to call it, right? But it is what it is. Last month, 98 WRC plus, right about league average. Like I said, uh, Jackson Cheerio and Reese Hoskins look okay here. Um, Reese Hoskins will strike out, but we know that fly ball is very high right now, and that barrel rate is up. Um, you know, man. So what I was getting ready to do was take a look at some Reese Hoskins splits and stuff like that. Really doesn't matter. I know I mean, it does matter, but versus lefties, he's batting two 81. They are at home, right? On the road. Okay, they on the road. So on the road versus lefties, batting 259. He's got 9 bombs. 3 of those came on the road versus lefties. This month, he's got 6 home runs. He's batting 271 this month. And yeah, so, um, you know, That's about his lowest K percentage on the road versus lefties, but I mean, hmm. Slugging 600, OPS over 1,000, 168 WRC plus. So that's probably about his best numbers come on the road versus lefties. So we'll see what's going to happen, right? Jackson Churio, I didn't even look at the lefties here. I haven't bet on Churio in a long time. He's batting 338 versus lefties. He's got 9 bombs, 3 of them versus lefties. And then on the road, he's batting almost 400 versus lefties. Smaller sample size, no home runs to on the road versus lefties. This month, he's batting 237 with 3 home runs. So his best split would be on the road versus lefties at a 155 WRC plus. Actually at home versus lefties, because actually at home versus lefties. But his strikeouts for him, K percentage is down on the road versus lefties. So that's something that we could definitely take a look at. Like I said, small sample size, but we'll see what's going to happen, right? We'll see. Um, on the flip side, I did not look at the lefties. So we'll take a look at the lefties right now. Last 2 weeks, Christian Yelich 5 for 12. South Frelick. I mean, you can look at these guys for hits or whatever. I couldn't talk you off of that. It's just lately that's when their bats was been warmed up, right? Last 7 days, Yelich is 5 for 9. Don't forget, he doesn't have any home runs in the last 7 days, but don't forget he's been hitting bombs on other pitch mixes, right? So, safe to say Christian Yelich is pretty much hot right now, and it is what it is, right? So you do have to take pitching into consideration for sure, right? So I don't know how I really want to attack this game. What's the line here? We have a 8 over/under in this one here. Not gonna jump out the window or nothing like that. These are just a couple bets that are in good spots. So it is what it is. Quintana. Uh, Quintana's probably pitching this worse to lefties here, right? So um, flipping it over here to the Philly bats here, I do like Schwarber, right? This year, Schwarber has been hitting lefties better than he's hitting anything else right now. So the only thing about that is, this slurve, right? Just gotta see how Quintana's gonna work this slurve. He's throwing that sinker and that slurve. Most of this green here has come from that sinker, right? Where as you can see, Schwarber loves that sinker, batting 400 versus his 6 extra base hits. 4 of those were home runs. Barrel and everything is up. So you got to love that, right? So Schwarber is definitely probably the top looking bat for me in this game. And then when you coming over here to the righties there, um, I definitely like. I mean, uh, uh, um, Trey Turner. Trey Turner definitely loves lefties, man. So right now over the course of the season, Nick Castellanos batting 429. Trey Turner's batting 400. Um, Castellanos is a little bit better on the road versus lefties. Trey Turner is, pretty much better at home versus lefties, right? So if you're looking at splits and things like that, those are some of the, some of the ways that you could take a look at it. Lately, Turner, let me see. Lately, Turner, his average has been down and stuff like that versus lefties over the course of the last month, right along with this pitch mix. But it is what it is. Castellanos last month, 7 for 13, bringing it back in last 2 weeks. Um, it's just smaller sample size because They haven't faced lefties like that. But like I said, I was looking at Trey Turner here for the righties, and given the fact that he's leading off, he's going to get more opportunities and stuff like that. So I'm gonna like Trey Turner, man. I'm gonna like him. I'm gonna like him. Already got a 338 batting average versus lefties with 3 bombs, 5 bombs in total. He's hit at home versus lefties. He's hitting 368. Doesn't have any home runs. I won't be looking for home runs for him either. Anyway, but in the month of May, he's batting 317. He does have 4 home runs this month. So, his best spot here, best split, if you whatever you want to call it, actually is on the road versus lefties, but it's pretty good versus lefties at home. K percentage is down. Not looking for, not expecting Quintana to come out here and strike folks out either. So that can definitely play a part in these bats getting some get back from yesterday. Um, Remember, Nick Castellanos was batting, hitting lefties good as of late. So, last week last 2 weeks he hadn't struck out. Small sample size though, you know. But like I said, over the course of the season, if you look at these guys' numbers, if that don't make you, you could take down a pitch mix and stuff like that, and just take a look at what they've been doing versus lefties in general with no pitch mix, you know what I'm saying, and just try to figure out which way you want to go, right? But I think Castellanos and Turner are in okay spots, and I like the spot for Turner. I mean Schwarber as well. So um, I don't want to put all these bats over here, but what I would do here is let me see, let me go. What do I have to the side already? Wilson, Schwarber, Trey Turner. Mm, let's add in. True. Coming off a 4 hit game, Jackson Churio, back to back multi hit games. Reese Hoskins, trying to warm up a little bit. Oops, nope, I'm sorry. Just told Reese Hoskins over there. I do like Yelich, and I do like. I mean, I don't mind Yelich, and I don't mind Castellanos, at least for a hit or something like that. All right, now like last week or so, a little over a week, Milwaukee have been hitting lefties pretty good. You know what I'm saying? We only got it over under 8 in this spot. And like I said, if we catch, if Suarez comes out there and pitch good, there's a possibility he can hit his pitching outs because they will leave him out there. His pitching outs are sitting at, I wanted to look, I know it's at 18, 17 and a half. And that's a parlay peak. So if you think these Milwaukee boys, they still hot or they're going to continue to be hot, then you got some decisions to make. Next game here, those are the only 2 games that I looked at. Now the rest of these games we're gonna try to get through. I didn't look at them. I overslept, and it is what it is. We got Crochet on the mound here, and we got Bryce Elder on the mound. Right? Crochet gave up 6 bombs, 14 extra base hits, 19 extra base hits, and 8 bombs for Bryce Elder. Uh, so, with that being said, um, I would definitely want to look at him, Elder, versus these lefties first. So let's take a look at that, right? Elder versus these lefties here. Austin, who's he faced as of late? Mm, Elder has faced hasn't faced Boston. Elder has faced so 4 of his last 5 games, he's won 6 innings. That's interesting. There, he has 8 bombs, 3 multi-hit, multi-home run games, giving up over 3 earned runs twice. 53% ground ball rate. Hmm. He's only giving up 1 bomb at home. The rest of his bombs came on the road. Hmm. Hmm. Brayu with 4 bombs. Devers with 4. 3 bombs for Devers last 2 weeks. 15% K rate. Duran. I wonder what you guys did yesterday. Don't know. Sold. Spencer Swellenbach got down on their ass. That's back-to-back games. That's 3 out of 4 Duran games. He ain't got a hit in 3 of his last 4 games. Damn. Hmm. Okay. I wonder. So the chat is not available right now for some reason, right? Am I wrong? Or am I right? Let's see. Must be some type of. I can't refresh this. I don't think I can refresh this. Let me see something. Oh shit! What did I just do? Did I kill my fucking stream? Oh shit, dude. Let me find out. I just killed the stream, and I fucking did. What the hell did I? What the hell? I shouldn't even mess with this. Am I still live though? I have to go back and see. Oh snap! What the hell did I just do? It still say I'm live though. Let's see. Did I fuck some shit up? Okay, I am live. All right, so there go the stream. There go the chat right there. Okay, so let me see. Because the chat wasn't popping up. Now let me see. I didn't see. So G Hill said, "Yo, all right, good morning. Just put on the show. Yeah, can't hear you too well, Richie. Richie said, can't hear you. Volume seems low. Good morning, y'all. I like Schwarber and Trey Turner. Me too. Churio went crazy. Yes, he did. Washington went off definitely. Why my mic so low? What's good? Quit messing with the mic now. I ain't messing with the mic. It might now. Let me see. Is it working now? Let me see. Let me put something in there. All right, it's working now. I don't know if the mic is better now. Something I see it on YouTube right there. It said it might be something going on with YouTube because I seen it said the chat was acting up. So I don't know. But it should be working now. I don't know about the mic though. The mic might be better. It might not. But I don't know. We'll see though. Uh, but the chat is up and running. All right. Um, so what was I doing? Yeah. So mm, oh man, what's up with this? Mm, mm. He's doing the slider, sinker. Duran, Devers, Abreu, Toro, Story, Mayer. Hmm. With Crochet on the mound. Hmm. Valle in there. Nope. No Valles. Um, Stories in there. Let me flip back to the lefties real quick. Toro's in there. Devers, Duran. Pretty much, man. Pretty much the usual suspects, man. Story and Toro look okay. If you're looking out for something outside of that, but pretty much the usual suspects for me. If I get there, we do have a total of 8 in this one here with Crochet on the mound. We'll take a look at Crochet real quick, but yeah. Mm. Atlanta, 24% K rate, 25 last 30 days versus lefties. 78 WRC plus last 2 weeks versus lefties. Atlanta, 25% K rate. So they ain't been the best. 139 plate appearances here. They ain't been the best here, but mm. Murphy, Olson, Ozuna, they have bombs versus him. Crochet's giving up 6 bombs. He just gave up 2 bombs to Atlanta. Almost Olson and Murphy. So they just seen him. He went 7 innings, 7 hits, 8 strikeouts. Mm. So I guess see something real quick, man. Yeah. Hopefully that mic is a little bit better, but we'll see. Um. All right. So Crochet, his strikeouts sitting at what? 7.5. He hit this number last time he faced his team. Atlanta versus left-hand pitching at home on the season. They ain't been good versus lefties that good, but 28% K rate. What about the last 30 days at home? They ain't been looking good. They are at home, right? Hmm. So his case, it's good. It's good now. Bet, 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 bet. So his case definitely something we could look at. But that lineup is definitely tightened up since then as well. So I don't know. We'll see. Where we at? Crochet's bombs came to righties. Well, five of his six on the road. He's pitching better on the road than he's pitching at home. He's pretty much lights out. What about his strikeouts? Strikeouts more on the road, a little bit better on the road. Okay, well, yeah, I like the 7.5. It's something that I don't normally go to. Maybe if I could have found something like a 7 on Prize Picks, I probably wouldn't mind that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I do sometimes I do get scared of this lineup, but shouldn't be too much for me to be scared about, man. Uh, right now we're gonna look and see what these strikeouts look like. Olsen, of course, he can go down. Um, these lefties here probably wouldn't be talking much of these lefties here. Baldwin, small sample size because it is a lefty, but we can see of these numbers what they've done lately. Um, not pretty much of anything. We know if somebody like Olsen catches one, it's gone. We know that. We definitely do. We know that, right? How about these righties? They probably the ones that you probably really want to look at. Shout out to Riley for hitting that bomb yesterday. Uh, Ozuna's batting 400 on his pitch mix. Austin Riley's 290. That's over the course of the season. How about lately? Ozuna, Murphy. Murphy did hit a bomb off from the other day. That's probably one of those. He's batting 400 over the last month versus lefties. How about the last 2 weeks? Lately, Ozuna 5 for 7 over the last 2 weeks with a bomb. So he could be warm, right? He could be warming up. He could be warm, whatever case may be. Um, this is last week, last 7 days versus this pitch mix versus lefties. Single off Christopher Sanchez, a single off Rangel Suarez, a single off Mitchell Parker, okay, a home run off Sean Newcomb. So last 7 days, Ozuna's been looking pretty good there. I don't know. Last 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I might not have had the pitch mix in there right. Let me see. I did not have the pitch mix right. I didn't. So the strikeouts are there. The strikeouts are there, and the strikeouts are there. And sometimes you might want to take a stab, man. You might want to take a stab at a 10 or something like that. Be my guest. This is what he does. Yes, yes. The other day we bet. I bet Clement the other day. I think it was the day before yesterday. It was him and another guy. They definitely like lefties too. So I don't know if I'll be on these bats here. I don't. Maybe I might end up looking at the strikeouts here for Crochet and try my luck there. I ain't even gonna lie. So that's probably what I'm looking at. Uh, his pitching outs is sitting at 18 and a half at plus 145. So, that's something that you could probably look at. I don't know, right? Atlanta just ain't looking good. That sexy to me versus lefties. He just seen him and gave him 8 Ks. And that's another thing too, though. If you want to fall back because they did just see him, that's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that's working right there. On paper, though, it says he should at least get his strikeouts. So with that being said, let's ask Jackson, right? Let's check out Jackson and let's see Crochet. Uh, let's see what they think if he's gonna hit his strikeouts or pitching outs. They got him going under strikeouts, under pitching outs. Interesting. Interesting. They got him going under. They got him projected for 7.3 strikeouts, 18 and 18 pitching outs, just falling short of both of the props. I don't know if I agree with it. I can see what they say, analyzing the under here, and let's see what they say. Gary Crochet's pitcher strikeouts line is 7.5, and with the Red Sox dealing with injuries to key players like Bregman and what Crochet may need to pitch deeper into the game, potentially lowering his strikeout rate as he focuses on efficiency. Okay, if he has to pitch this deeper, then you can look at the pitching outs. So what are they saying about the pitching outs? Pitching outs is set at 18 and a half, and with the Red Sox struggling with right, he uh, he might not receive the run support for a long outing, so he favored the under. That's interesting. I never got a damn response like that, but shout out to Jackson. I'm still leaning. I don't think I would take the under, me personally. So I guess right. I'm off Atlanta bats for right now, but don't be surprised if Atlanta come out here and knock his ass around too. I mean, it is what it is. So on the Boston side, the usual suspects. If you want to get there, I'd be tired of them boys lighting up and not turning green and not doing nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of that. Boston and Chicago. Charlie Morton, man. Charlie Morton, man, I targeted him in the last game, man. He pitched good, man. I think. Let me see. But do I trust him? I don't think I trust him. I don't, right? Uh, but this is the White Sox, but even the garbage can gets a steak every now and then. So um, ERA in the sevens, man. Mm. So versus St. Louis, I thought St. Louis was going to beat up on them worse than they did, but he only gave up 2 runs versus St. Louis, and he pitched 6 innings. Right, that was just a slap in my face. That's the first game he went 6 innings. Was when I started to bet on him. Does Jackson give me bullpen stats? No, no. What would you? I'll see though. What you want me to ask him? What you want me to ask it? Bullpen ERA. What you want me to ask it? Let me know, and I'll put it in. um, so let's see. Yeah, man. So I don't trust him. I ain't gonna lie. He's giving up 10 bombs here. He's went over 5 innings. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Once out of his last 9 games. Once out of his last 9 games. So that's you know what I'm saying. I don't know, man. So uh, I don't trust him. Um, 19 extra base hits, 10 home runs overall. Um, just about pitching his worst to lefties. Uh, Shout out to Talkman though. Talkman did his thing yesterday. So let's see what we can get here, right? Uh, we'll look at these lefties here for the White Sox. Um, so Talkman is still green. So definitely looking at Talkman to keep up what he's been doing. So we'll look and see what's up with that. He's been hot. I would look at him, and they leading him off yesterday. Let's look at these right. Vargas, Talkman and Vargas guys I'm probably going to be looking at. Gonna see again. We're gonna see again here. Let's see. Hmm. Last 2 weeks, Vargas 2 bombs, 5 extra base hits, 12% K rate. Meredith batting 300. Robert batting 300. A little bit of green there. A little bit of green there. Last 7 days, Vargas got a bomb. Vargas sold me yesterday, straight up. Team bullpen ERA. I'm gathering the latest bullpen ERA stats for all teams MLB this season. I'll get back to you shortly with the detailed numbers. Who you like, Alonso, Soto, or Lindor? I think I didn't look at that game yet, but Lindor is probably going to be the one. Lindor's probably going to be the one. Here's a breakdown of team bullpen ERA. So let me let them cook this up real quick. It says top performances. The Giants have the lowest bullpen ERA in baseball. The Mets boast the lowest ERA. It's been a price spread. Now it's. I usually look at something. If I just want the ERA or something like that, I would look at. I look at something like covers or something like that. Something that even Fangraphs got it. It's a few places got it. Bullpen ERA. So yeah, you could right here. Um, you got American League, National League, and MLB. Angels, Athletics, Washington, Arizona, Baltimore, Philly, Miami, Milwaukee. Where the Cubs at? Cubs should be up there too. Shit. I guess they've been a little bit better as of late, maybe, but it is what it is. You could get that from covers too if you want to. Shit, that's what I usually do. Uh, but back to where we were. I'll be looking at Vargas again, truthfully, and Talkman. I'm gonna go back to the well on Vargas. I was looking at them. I would look at them for hits or something like that. Vargas and let's see. He's got a hit in one, two, three, four, five, six of his last 7 games. Uh, I like it. I like the spot for him, so I'll put him up there. Uh, and like I said, I don't mind Talkman either, so I like those two. Don't give me the butcher's damn name now. Let's see. Talkman's got a hit in 7 of 9. 3 of his last 4 games, he had multi-hit games. Right. This is where he probably came back right here on the 23rd. Since he's been back, one, two, 6 of his last 8 games, and 3 of his last 4, he's got multiple hit games. Following last game, he just has had 3 hits, so he's pretty much warm. So if you just want to do a SGP or something like that from this game, those are 2 bats that I like from on that I don't mind taking for a hit at least or something like that from the White Sox side, right? So I'll put them over there, right? And then what's the team total here for the White Sox? 3.5. Mm, okay. And the White Sox are rolling out Adrian Hauser. Um, he ain't pitched that many innings, man. It's 2 games back. Hmm. He pitched good in back-to-back games, man. What's up with that? Versus Seattle and versus the Mets. I wonder is it a matter of time before he gets smoked? We'll see. What he throwing? It's really been the lefties for me as of late. It's hard to decipher through these righties. And by the time I can see who's in the lineup though, truth be told. I could definitely see that. Let me take a look right now. Lineup's not out. So Ryan O'Hearn continues to do work. Carson. If it ain't broke, I guess you don't fix it. Jackson Holiday cooling off a little bit. Gunnar Henderson cooled off a little bit over the course of the last month, but um, all the way through, uh, Ryan O'Hearn has been balling, right? So I know I would, probably like Ryan O'Hearn here, at least for a hit or something like that, or at least just looking at the spot. So he's somebody we could definitely put in there. I got a couple more minutes before this game's come on though. O'Hearn right there. Well, he's got hits in how many straight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 straight, and 16 of 20. I want to go to this Mets game real quick. Let's go to this Mets game. Hey Tiff, what's going on? How you doing? Oh man, your boys. Next time. They need to do something with their roster. Next time though, man. I was actually pulling for them last night. I said if they won last night, then they probably would have won that series. But probably next time. Damn, them Knicks. All right, so Soto, Nemo is not in the lineup. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, for sure. That first game definitely need to make a statement with that shit. Ugh, damn, boy. There's a lot of people happy them motherfuckers lost. Mm, well, Palmquist can give up some walks. That ain't gonna bode well, especially with somebody like Soto and shit like that. But the pitchers right here, they look good. They look good on over court for these pitchers. I mean, it's Soto in the game, right? Palmquist is a lefty, so uh, so what's the name be hitting on the right side? Let's take a look. Last month, very small sample size, but Lindor hadn't struck out at all. Small sample size because they're going up against a lefty, but Lindor, Pete ain't done nothing. Might pop out today. They got a 5.5 team total here. Mm, you know what? Mm, so with this one here, uh, winds are blowing at 15 plus miles an hour, mostly out to right and a bit left to right. But the wind blowing mostly out to right. So mm, there you have that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jackson. I did ask Jackson, and Jackson might like. I think Jackson likes. I think Jackson likes Lindor. Let's see. Otani, Judge, Bell, Lindor, Raleigh, Caminero, Schwarber. And then Mets 2.5. And then they doubled down on Lindor. Every time they're 100%. Since I've been, using Jackson, they're 100% on the double down home runs, right? So we'll see. Oh, excuse me, man. So Lindor, right? Let me see something. He's got 12 bombs versus a lefty. As a righty, he's got three with a 260 batting average. He's batting 360 versus lefties. Only two home runs, but he's batting 360 versus lefties. 255 in the month of May with six home runs in the month of May. Home versus lefties is his best split, and home versus righties. So this bodes well for him, right? 180 WRC plus at home, 180 versus lefties, 180 versus righties. So no matter what happens here, we're gonna like Lindor. Gonna like Lindor. Um, Let me see something here. Lindor, but with a team total of 5.5, they should get busy, and the wind blowing and stuff like that, they should get busy. Now versus lefties in general with no pitch mix, this season, Alonso's got two bombs. This barrel rate is up there and stuff, seven extra base hits, but he only lifted two of them out of there so far, and Lindor's lifted three of them out of there. But it is what it is. Torrens, is he in the lineup? Strike out a lot. They should get busy, man. I'll be looking at in Soto. You know what I'm saying? Left hand hitters. Um, Soto's batting 300 versus lefties in general. Just in general. Nemo's not in the lineup. Soto's only got one bomb versus lefties. So it is what it is, man. Um, Clay Holmes. You can look at Clay Holmes' strikeouts. You can look at his pitching outs or whatever the case may be. Um, Quite sure his pitching outs is probably going to be 18 and a half. That's why I didn't bite on it yet. I just want to, you know, I just want to. I took the 18 and a half yesterday at plus 145 for. I took the 18 and a half yesterday for plus 105 for Scooble. Um, Now you get the 18 and a half today for Clay Holmes at plus 155. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Can I do that? Yeah, but I mean the man for the value though. Hmm. I definitely don't mind. It might drop down as a high parlay piece, at like minus 200, but he's got a 55% ground ball rate. That's phenomenal. The only thing about that is he hadn't hit this number this season yet. So, do I want to gamble and say, hey, he's going to hit this number this season, this game? He's got six, but he ain't got to that 6.1. And they give you a smooth plus 155 if you want to step into that mud, right? So I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it, man. What I will do is let's see. This is what I'll do here. Let's go here. No, 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 no. Let's go to let's get up another game day here. And I will go to no, not the cheat sheet. Let's go to game day stats. Let's go to today's matchups. Let's go to Clay Holmes. Game logs. How many pitches he's thrown? So he's doing 90 pitches every game. He gotten up to 102 versus the White Sox. What's his strikeout line? That might be better. Maybe 5.5. What do we got? 6.5. Yikes. Um, he hasn't hit this number this season yet, has he? No. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's an okay spot though. I like the spot for him. I like the spot for him, but I don't know. Um, versus righties on the road on the season. Colorado number one in striking out with a 53 WRC plus. Just terrible. Just extremely terrible. Uh, last last 14 days, Colorado on the road, second in striking out, 25 WRC plus, 155 plate appearances. I might have to sprinkle something on that shit. Fuck it. Just say fuck it, right? But we'll see. We'll see. Clay Holmes, he's been pretty good, man. He's been pretty good. You know, been pretty good. Giving up 5 bombs. Uh, you know, he's been pretty good. Yeah. I'm not betting on any of those bats though. Let's keep it moving. Um, but when it comes to the New York Knicks here, I mean Lindor, Marte, Soto, I like all of them. Let's not get it twisted, right? I think these guys can. I think you can rack them up, right? I just guess Lindor is probably going to be my favorite one. Uh, I guess. He's hitting lefties and righties. He's hitting at home, really good at home. So and he's hitting lefties and righties. So even when if they run Palmquist out and get a righty in there, Lindor's still going to look good all the way through. So I couldn't talk you off anything for the usual suspects. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'll be looking at the first four for sure. Alonso, Soto, Marte, and Lindor. Right. So um, let's move along, man. To try to get one more game in. Let's see. Um, I overslept today. Otherwise, I would have been more prepared. Maybe this Cleveland game. I don't know what game you guys would want to probably check out. I don't know about that Washington National. Washington got up on their ass last night. Uh, wouldn't mind looking at. I mean, the Yankees game. Probably ain't gonna look at that. I'm gonna take a look at. Be a little bit different here. I'm gonna take a look at this. Damn. Let's take a look at this Yankees game since it's over under 9. Or how? No. How about the? We got two bad bullpens here. Let's take a look at this Washington game. Let's take a look at that. I might have to just say fuck it, just go ahead and blindly bet the over here in this Washington game. So let's take a look at that, and I'll get out of here. We have Parker on the mound, 15% K rate for him. It's not ideal. He's giving up runs. He's given up 4 runs or more in one, two, three, four, 5 of his last 6 games. They are going up against Arizona. He hasn't faced. Oh, he faced Arizona once. He went 6 innings. So it is what it is, right? He's giving up 5 bombs. He's pitching his worst to probably lefties. 1 home run to lefties, but he got higher batting average to lefties. He will be on the road where he's pitching his worst to lefties. At He haven't pitched that many though. Let's see. Um, Monte went 2 for 3. This must have been the game that they just played. 2 for 3. Okay. What is he throwing? Fastball 58% of the time. So the fastball. Corbin Carroll will strike out on that fastball. Uh, but it's got a nice barrel rate on it. Couple extra base hits, couple bombs. Batting 368 over the course of the season. Going up against a lefty, small sample size, you get the drift, right? Pavin Smith, another guy will strike the fuck out. Josh Naylor won't. He ain't striking out, right? So, no, him being in that cleanup spot, he probably figure something out. Let me put the rest of his pitches up there. So Corbin Carroll looked a little bit worse, even when we put the rest of his pitches up there over the course of the season. Last month versus these pitches here, mm, nah. Hmm. I think it's probably gonna be oh, it's yeah, for sure. Marte versus a lefty, like what? That's what time it is. That's what time it is. Why would I even? Why don't I even remember that now? Come on now, Marte versus a lefty, and then he didn't get him for a bomb last time, but he did get him. That must have had to be one game. He's 2 for 3 versus him though, with an RBI. So it's Marte. It's gonna be Marte for me. I know that for sure. Suarez and shit like that probably, but um, Marte for sure. Let's bring it in last month. I know he been hurt. Yikes. Marte. All right, whatever. 2 hits. Perdomo. Small sample sizes, man. Small sample sizes. And it's early. It's early to tell. It's early to tell. Randall Grichuk just hit a bomb yesterday. Perdomo. Let me see. Take this shit down, man. Hmm. We got a total of 9 here. I'm gonna like I'm gonna like Marte the way it goes. It's probably gonna be the guy that I'm gonna be betting on. Historically, I know what he does to lefties. So let me slide over here to Arizona. The other side here, and we'll look at Washington bats here. They went ballistic in that first yesterday. That was crazy. Corbin Burns here to the righties. I don't normally bet on the righties at all. At all. Corbin Burns has been okay versus lefties. He's throwing at 50%. They cut it 53% of the time, though. James Wood loves that cutter, it looks like. Man, Abrams 6 for 11 on that cutter. Garcia 5 for 11 on that cutter. 5 for 12 for Tina on that cutter. Whoa. Burns. Burns might be about to get his ass burned. Bell's got a bomb. Garcia's got a bomb. Nathaniel Lowe's got a bomb. Jackson liked Bell. Jackson got Bell in there for a home run today. Right there. They like Bell today. Hmm. So this is just the cutter alone. They've been cutting up on that month. I said the last month. Most of the damage came. That's just the cutter though. Let's see. All right, let's get the rest of the pitches in there. 4 bombs for Wood. Ruiz not striking out. Abrams, 3 bombs. Let's bring it on in. I liked Garcia yesterday. Didn't even bet him, man. Let me see something, man. He's pitching good at home. Higher K rate at home and everything. Who has he faced at home? Colorado at home. Pitched good versus the Dodgers. Went 7 at home. Tampa Bay, he gave up 1 earned run at home. Milwaukee, 3 earned runs at home. So he faced Milwaukee, Tampa Bay, Dodgers, Colorado, Pittsburgh at home. He's won 6 innings or better in every game except for three. And that's one, two, three, 5 straight. And 3 of those 5, he wins 7. Abrams, Wood, Garcia. I don't know why they like Bell. Wood got 2 home runs within the last 2 weeks. I mean, within the last 7 days. Fly ball, barrel, and everything is there. – 16 home runs, 11 of them to righties. 8 of his home runs came on the road versus righties. He's batting 293 versus righties. 7 home runs in the month of May. He's batting 330. He will strike out. CJ hits better on the road. So CJ hits better on the road. On the road versus righties, he's batting 277, 4 bombs. On the road versus lefties, he's batting 360, small sample size. 269 with 4 home runs in the month of May. The good thing about that is he hitting lefties on the road too. So if he's hitting on the road better, and he's hitting lefties and righties on the road better. So if we get a lefty coming in there, he'll be, he probably look a little bit better. You never know. So it is what it is. But you do got to take pitching into consideration. And if Burns pitches better at home, and they'll be looking to get some get back from yesterday. And as far as this whole game, I would give the pitching lean to Arizona with Burns on the mound. Like I say, he's been pitching really good at home, and I expect for them. I expect for them guys to put up runs. Arizona to put up runs. So if I'm looking at it, if I'm how would I play this shit? If I'm going with a side, maybe probably would be Arizona. Maybe Arizona first 5 or something like that, and try to back, and try to cut out the bullpens. If I'm looking at Arizona, maybe Arizona first 5. Try to cut out the bullpen since he's pitching so good at home. Both of these bullpens ass, right? Both of them terrible. So that's another thing, right? So I don't know. I don't bet too many sides, but that might be a way that if you really like Arizona, that might be a way to take them or first five on a run line, something like that. It just hope you win. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. We got to over under 9. What's the team totals here? Team totals here: 5.5 for the Diamondbacks and 3.5 for the Nationals. Right, so they expect the Diamondbacks to go out there and put up some runs. Um, Low key, I'm gonna like Marte for sure on the Diamondback side. I don't. I'm gonna like Josh Naylor for his runs and RBIs. If he's hitting in that 4 hole, I'm gonna be looking at him. And then Mitchell Parker, he's not striking out a lot of people, man. So he's not striking out a lot of folks. So that could probably bode well for somebody like Corbin Carroll who strike out much. You know what I'm saying? Who strike out a lot, and that could probably bode well for him. Um, on the road, Mitchell Parker's got a 6.04 ERA. So, you know what I'm saying? On the road versus lefties, he's got a 350 batting average. Um, Corbin Carroll would be a true lefty. So, he ain't gave up no home runs that yet, but Corbin Carroll would be a true lefty. And Marte is a split, is a switch, right? And then you're gonna have uh, Josh Naylor. He'll be a true lefty, right? And but this ain't the official lineup. So we'll have to see. You know what I'm saying? So you get a team like Arizona that can get hot. They could probably end up putting up the damn the in the over damn near they self, and then bullpens implode, and then you got yourself an over, man. So but I don't bet too many games. It's just too mind wrecking for me, man. It's too mind wrecking for me. So it's hard. It's hard. So with that being said, I'm gonna just I'm gonna pause right here. Um, One thing I will say here, Cruz, um, Randy Vasquez. Let's take a look here real quick, right? Randy. I just want to take a look at Vasquez versus lefties on the road. That was the split when I'm targeting him. I would target him on the road versus lefties. He's batting 292. I mean, he's got a 292 average. At home versus lefties, he's got 290, 283. Um, he's given up uh, at home versus lefties. He's given up 2 bombs. On the road versus lefties, he's given up 3. 8% K percentage versus lefties at home. That bodes well for somebody like Cruz who can go out there and strike the fuck out. Let's take a look at Cruz real quick. I'm getting out of here. Right? Because I ain't gonna lie, man. I missed. I missed on a couple of his cruise bombs. Now, if I like to bet on him here and I miss out, then fuck it, man. I miss out, man. But man, what is he throwing? The cutter. Uh, 5 extra base hits, 2 home runs, 45% of the time. Let's take a look at that. Hmm. He's 4 for 11. Barrel is there. The fly ball is not striking out. Hmm. Reynolds is 460 batting 462 on that. Smaller sample sizes though. Smaller sample sizes. Let's get the rest of the pitchers in there. He's got 4 bombs. The barrel's up there. He could probably, man, the strikeouts. There you go. 35%. Mm, mm, mm. You can also look at him for a strikeout, stolen base if he can get on. Shit. Extra base hits, 2 bombs, power numbers. 43% K rate over the last month. 44% K rate, man. Damn, boy. 2 bombs within the last 2 weeks. How many of those bombs came in the last 7 days? One. Hmm. He can lift one. Just is he going to? All right. Uh, I'm trying to go through some of these games, but I gotta go. Right. I'll be chiming in, looking in. I ain't gonna be doing no driving, so I'll be looking. But where I'm at with this situation here today so far, um, it's got 30 minutes here. 20 minutes before the first game come on. Um, if I was taking any bats here, it would be Burleson and Donovan versus Jacob DeGrom for nothing more than a hit. Um, uh, Seager's good at baseball. Langford, I mean, Josh Jung, I could see him hitting his runs and RBIs, man. At least 1.5 on a parlay piece. Corey Seager, too, man. You know, but the thing about that, if Corey Seager is on, he could definitely take away from some Josh Jung here. So Corey Seager here, man, you know, I couldn't talk off anybody here. Jake Berger does have a bomb within the last week versus this pitch mix. Talkman, Vargas, the only guys the guys I'm looking at for a hit versus pitch mix. O'Hearn continues to be hot. I like them. Jaron Duran and Duran is he's still green, but he went over in 3 of his last 4 games. Devers, I mean, the usual suspects, whatever, man. Trevor Story looked okay as well, right? Story, Toro, Devers, and Duran, they looked okay, but sometimes that shit can be fugazi. Garrett Crochet, I don't if you take his strikeouts, I can't take you off of it. 7.5, I might take it. I'm probably gonna take it. Um, and I'll just fall back from these bats here. As soon as once I watch it, when I fall back, damn, Austin Riley hitting second today. He was just hitting fifth. Hmm. Hope I didn't miss nothing. All right. Trey Turner, Schwarber, Castellanos look good at times. So at the end of the day, couldn't take you off the hits, runs, and RBIs for Castellanos. Um, Schwarber, um, man, hits all the way up to a bomb. You already know the deal. Trey Turner, you can look at him for hits. You can look at him for multiple hits. You know, that's his best split at home versus righties. These guys been on fire. Churio leading off. Um, Hoskins, I liked Hoskins. I like Cheerio. You can group them up for hits, runs, and RBIs if you wanted to. If you think that they're gonna put it together here, it's you do Suarez. You know Suarez, you do got to look out for. You know he's pretty decent pitcher, but you know if he's not on, he will be in there, right? He's gonna go 6 or 7. So these people are gonna and these people look good versus the pitch mix. Hoskins and Cheerio. Now Contreras, he does have 3 bombs off him. He's got 3 bombs off him. I like Hoskins. I like Cheerio. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Um, I wanted to look at this Cleveland game, but I did not. Uh, Probably my favorite play here would be Lindor, and then the first 4, I could talk you off a hit or hits, runs, and RBIs for the first 4. I mean, it is what it is. But Lindor is the one I'm going to take for probably 3 hits, runs, and RBIs. boy, did I want to look at this Miami game, man. I really wanted to look at it, man. Ramos leading off versus a lefty. I didn't look at this game, but Chapman. This is Chapman's best split. This is Chapman's best split. I should have looked at this game. This is Chapman's best split. So if you want to take a look at Chapman here, I already know this because I'll be waiting on him, right? This is Chapman's best split here, right? So um, would be on the road versus lefties, right? So right now, over the course of the season, small sample size, he's batting 391 on the road versus lefties. Um, he only got one bomb because you don't see him a lot, you know. On the road versus lefties, he's got a 223 WRC plus. So that's one of his best splits right there on the road versus lefties. Now keep in mind, historically, Fitzgerald has hit lefties well. Ramos has too. I'm gonna have to do an intermission and go look at that game next. And then Tayon. Jameson Tayon, historically, he's pitched his worst towards lefties, right? So you can look at Friedel, you can look at Lux. You can look at De La Cruz with Benson and stuff like that. I didn't look at it, but this is things that I know. But historically, don't mean it's going. I didn't look at it though. Don't mean it's gonna happen today. Could definitely get a nerfy in this spot here with this Houston game, and I don't normally bet those bats. I ain't gonna lie. Um, and then I'm gonna have to like Ketel Marte, Josh Naylor, and Carroll. Lefties get a bump because of how bad Parker is versus on the road. Um, CJ Abrams is an interesting play for me today. If I'm looking for a hit, it'd be in Abrams, Wood, Garcia, some shit like that. Um, and that sums it up for right now. And I'll give you guys what Jackson liked again one more time, and I'm out. Otani, Judge, Bell, Lindor, Rowley, Caminero, Schwarber for a bomb. All of them. Um, Mets 2.5, Cleveland -1, Tampa Bay, Houston under. They doubled down on Lindor for a home run, so I got to go there. They doubled down on Schwarber for a home run, so I got to go there. I'm going to do a two-leg, Schwarber and Lindor for a bomb. Peace out. Straight up.